So we understood about why to use function. Now we'll understand when to use it. When to use it. It's very simple. Uh, when you want to, same thing, the reason like why you are doing it, the same reason is when to use it, right? You want to simplify the program, right? When you want to um, do a particular thing, right, with a block of code, and you want to keep it separate from your usual lines of code. Okay, I'll tell you what I'm saying. I'll tell you what I'm saying. So you simplify the program and then keep block block of code separated. Okay. Then how to use it, that we have seen. There are two parts. One is function define it. So there are two ways: define it and call it. That's it. You define the function, you call the function. It's like this. Let's understand that in this particular program, what we are doing is this integer x, y, z again and again declaring it. So can I delete it from here? See, this is, I said this is a local variable. So let's make it global. So I'll delete it and I'll keep it at very first place here so that it will be accessible to all the other places. It's very simple. If you will keep it outside it, it will be accessible to all the functions. So here, I will delete it from here also. I will delete it from here also. I'll delete it from here also. Fine. So now the program looks good that subtraction will do subtraction. Subtraction will do its own task and print it. It will not declare those values, right? So it's better you keep it here. But the problem is when there is a static function, right? When there is a static function, so it will throw you an error. It's saying that if I hover over it, it's saying cannot make a static reference to the non-static field z, right? Or x and y. For all those, it will show you error. So it's better you make it static. I'll make you understand about the static part later on. Not as of now. Not as of now. Give me some time for that. As of now, we are resolving it. What the error was, it's saying that you did not declare x, y, and z as static, and you are using it in a static context. So make it a static. Static is some kind of like fixed, and it will be available if you are declaring it. If you are declaring it at class level, you can access those without creating the objects, right? That we'll understand. Don't worry about it. But as of now, understand that we made it global now. Earlier, it was local variable. Earlier, it was local variable. Now it is global. So that will be available once you declare it outside the function, but within the class, it will be available to all other functions. So it is available, x, y, and z is available to add. This is available to subtraction method also. This is available to division method also. Okay. This time, if I run this, output should be the same. How we are doing is the same. Great. Fine. Fine. But still, I'm not happy with this. Why? Why I'm not happy? Because you have hard coded it. Every time you're saying that I want to add 20 and 5 only. Why not? There should be a way that I should be able to uh, pass these values when I'm calling it. So for example, I don't want to multiply 20 and 5. I want to multiply 32 and 3. Let's assume I want to multiply 32 and 3. So in that case, because you're passing two values in the calling, you're calling a function multiplication, you're passing two values. So these two values you have to capture somewhere. Okay. So when you have multiplication here, capture it in two variables. So you will say integer, let's say m comma integer or num1 num2. Why not give a meaningful name? Num1 comma integer num2. And what you can do is instead of writing x and y, here write num1 and num2. Very logical thing, because you want to do the multiplication of two numbers, right? Which you will pass it from somewhere. Now it's done. Save it. And basically, you should not use z now, because all other functions are using z. All other functions are also using z or z, whatever you will say. Let's have another variable. Int num3 is equals to this, and print num3. Num3. Let's understand again what we are doing. I'm I'll put it here so that you'll understand. So the order of function can be anything, anywhere, because sorry, it's num3. I want to delete from here. Control X. I want to put it here. Wait. Okay, this is the program saving this. Now here you're calling a multiplication function, right? Calling a function, passing the value to the function, passing the values to the function. So that's possible. What you're doing is you're saying that multiplication, call this function, but I want to pass two values. I want to pass 32 and 3. So when you are passing the values, you have to capture it somewhere, right? So in the multiplication function definition, you have to say that the first value will go to one integer variable num1. The second value will go to the integer num2. So these are called formal parameters. Technically, what we say? Formal parameters. Okay, these are called formal parameters. And these two will be called actual parameters. Okay, this 32 and 3 are actual parameters. Num1 and num2 are formal parameters. Once you will pass it to this, now num1 will store 32, num2 will store 3, and you are doing multiplication now. So num1 and num2 in some ways the local variable to multiplication function only. It is not known to other functions. So here, if I want to print num1 and num2, it will show me error. See here, if I will try to print what is the value of num3 or num1, it will show me error. It's saying the error is num3 cannot be resolved to a variable because addition function do not know what is num3. Num3 is declared at line number 20, which is a local property of multiplication function. Okay. So this is the way you can pass the values also. And this time, if you will run this, it will multiply. See here, 32 into 3, it has done. Same thing you can do with other things also. It's possible. All the functions, you can make it parameterized. So this is parameterized function. Okay. Good. Yeah,